Respect, not genuine love, respect pays. I truly preach the time to the genuine ones only. You know what I realized about life as I started my journey for these last couple of years, that when the enemy is trying to attack you, you know, it's like you got your thought process to allow you to believe that you're unworthy, for you to give up on yourself, and for you to live in fear, and for you to be discouraged, and for you to go against your neighbor when God didn't install that within you. Because God installs self-awareness, self-respect, self-healing, self-control, self-discipline, self-care, self-value, self-worth, self-patience, self-peace, self-love, and self-confidence, and healthy boundaries so you can become your best self version of yourself. I realized that knowing that God installed these tools within us and having faith and believing in yourself and believing that you are the miracle within yourself, because God was patient with you, regardless of what trauma you've been through in your life, from your childhood going to your adulthood, the trauma after trauma. Having faith and believing in yourself that you are the miracle within yourself, because God allows you to believe in yourself. And God is patient with you because God allows you to see the day for a reason. You know, and having faith within yourself and being a firm believer was part of God's plan. You know, giving up was never part of God's plan. Being patient with your process was part of God's plan. And the enemy doesn't like when you override him. He or she, whoever it is, you know, they don't like it. And when you override the enemy, at the end of the day, they do the most malicious intentions things to you. Just a psychiatric thought process on your freedom, or your pockets, or even your eyesight sometimes. And you be like, all right, well, you're doing all of this to get my attention. Evidently, you're admired by me, and you're so infatuated with what I got going on at the end of the day. But you can't get in tune to who I truly am. But you try to size me up, you know, and then you reevaluate your thought process of yourself and saying to yourself, it's way. The only reason I'm getting through this at the end of the day is because God got my back. It's a no problem with me. You know, I say this respectfully too, because never judge a book by its cover. You feel me? Like, just because what you see displaying in the world right now when it comes to sexual orientation at the end of the day, not everybody is on that type of timing. Like, when it comes to sexual orientation, like, not everybody is on that timing. Like, I'm actually against it when it comes to innocent people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day. And it's the mindset for me. But this is to say this, at the end of the day, you know, when people try to allow you to believe that you're unworthy, or allow you to believe that to have faith within yourself, or allow you to believe that being discouraged was part of the plan, and living in fear was part of the plan, or giving up was part of the plan, when that was never God's plan. Being patient with your process was part of God's plan, because God allowed you to see the day for a reason. And God is showing you, like, hey, no matter how many times you have to if you fall down a step, you got to keep getting up. I'm going to continue to guide you. But you got to be a firm believer within yourself to understand the process within the process. Because when you believe in God, and you believe in the God within you, you understand the Son within the Son, and that God's going to guide you the right way. You know, and your neighbor may not agree to how God is so in tune with you, but you are the miracle within yourself, because you stand before yourself today. And you overcame so much trauma within your life, from your childhood, going into your adulthood, dealing with trauma after trauma after trauma, even being sexually assaulted. You put a name to your book. But they don't understand at the end of the day that wearing a mask was never part of the plan. And being that they have to wear a mask to psych everybody else out their thought process, because when they get revealed for who they truly are as to what they just did to you, they want to play victim now. Because what they just did, it didn't work. Because they tried to insult you, manipulate you, psych your thought process, your freedom in your pockets, at the end of the day, in your eyesight, because of the fact that they thought they had one over on you, but they didn't. You know, the enemy will really try to play you close to take things from you, to allow you to feel like you're not it. Like you're not part of God's plan. They will really make you feel like you're not part of God's plan. And the whole entire time, they only playing in their own face. And I say that respectfully. You're only playing in your own face, ma'am, sir, whoever you are. Especially when you bother an innocent person. You know, it's called respect and staying in your lane without malicious intentions bringing harm towards yourself and others around you. Respect yourself to respect your neighbor. You don't have to like your neighbor at the end of the day, but as long as your neighbor doesn't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards you and others around you, let alone themselves, it's called respect. Judging a book by its cover is like psyching your own self out your own thought process when you need to be pointing a finger at the person who's allowing you to believe to go against your neighbor. It's the thought process for me. Protect your energy because not everybody's over your time. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. Angels be treated with respect. 365 days with no malicious intentions bring harm towards yourself and others around you. Protect your energy because not everybody's ever your time. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or person with malicious intentions suck you out your thought process, letting your freedom. Because you matter and you are worthy. When it starts with healing, it starts with you being genuine and true to yourself. Because with change comes growth, and with growth comes true understanding of self. And understanding the simultaneous assignment that when it starts with healing, you can't have one foot in one door, one foot in the other door. It would never make sense. And you cannot be in tune with yourself if you're genuinely not ready. Like, how could you possibly be ready to show up for yourself if you're not ready? You got to be mentally ready to start your healing when it comes to whatever trauma was in store with you being sexually assaulted, whatever name in your book. You gotta mean what you're saying, stay true to yourself, to actually love yourself. Take the time to get to know yourself, love yourself. Ain't nothing like loving yourself. Nothing like loving yourself. It's the most healthiest thing to do. It feels good to love yourself. Instead of being a hater in disguise. That's not healthy. Being a hater or being envious or jealous of somebody's life because they elevate and becoming their best self, visiting themselves, and they have peace with themselves, and they have self-awareness to understand the assignment that they true to themselves and they don't have to wear a mask. Because you're wearing a mask and you hate in disguise and you got malicious intentions today, come on. You can become your best self version of yourself too. Fall back on that being a hater at the end of the day. Just because you see somebody elevating, you don't have something at the end of the day. Come on now, for real. No need to be jealous of somebody. You could get it. You could get it just like they getting it, and you could get it even better and bigger. You can make it make sense in your own book though. But you gotta choose your best self vision of yourself. And when it starts with healing, you can never allow someone to suck at your thought process or your freedom, allow you to believe that it will be an overnight process. Because it's a process within a process of you showing up for yourself. And you becoming your best self vision of yourself to protect your energy. Wow. You see, when an enemy attacks, you'd be surprised. You'd be real surprised when the enemy attacks. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Always stay true and genuine to yourself. And never allow someone to psych your thought process or your freedom. Because they try to play you close and act like they're so in tune with God, and the whole entire time, they fake gaslighting you just to play you close, to psych your thought process or your freedom, to allow you to believe that they're so in tune with God. And they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to psych your thought process or your freedom and your pockets and your eyesight. Protect your energy because not everybody's having your time. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe weekend. Protect your energy. Love yourself with God's protection. God is not for sale. Love yourself. God's not for... Love yourself with God's protection in every direction. Not aging your love, respect.